choke on a bit. Hello, YouTube. Hello. Hi. Here I am. I'm still alive for the most part. I'm here. Now, it has been a long time. It's really not that long. The longest break that I took was about 7 or 8 months when I moved across the country. This has only been like 2-3 months maybe, but it was a long time for me. So, a lot of you seem to have jumped to my Twitter, which I do appreciate, and there are a lot of people still in the Discord, so most of you might know what was happening or what was going on. No, I don't want to update right now. But, basically, we're going to call this video The Return, because it is the return of Lauren, of the Cool Jalapeno, but in a different sense than when I've come back before. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is editing jalapeno, if you cannot tell, because the O-light's not on, the lighting's bad, the audio ain't that great. But a big thing that I forgot to do before filming, I'm editing this video right now. A big thing I forgot to do before getting into all of the things I get into in this video is kind of post a warning for you guys. This video has mentions of some very tough stuff. A lot of talk on anxiety, panic attacks, mental illnesses, therapy, and certain touches on assault. So I would like you guys to know that that is going to be in this video. I'm going to be talking about it, and if you are sensitive to those things, please click away right now. This is meant in no way to hurt people, and I'd hate for someone to be hurt by listening to the things I have to say. So there's your warning here, and I'm gonna get right back into the clicky click editing situation here. So yeah, so I'm going to preface this by saying this video is gonna be a little bit longer. It's gonna have me in it, and it's going to explain some stuff that I've kept from the internet for a good amount of time, but now I feel a lot better about sharing it with you guys on a more personal level, which is interesting because I'm a very private person. There's not too much, you guys, you know my stories and all the things that I've said, or the stories of my life, stuff like that, but I've been a generally private person when it comes to the now and stuff that's going on currently in my personal life. I like to keep it private, but this has kind of been something that I thought I could keep in the back burner, and then I realized I don't know why I was, because it's such a big issue and there are so many people affected by this issue. So I don't know why I was so quiet, but we're going to delve into it a little bit here today, as much as I can. What I'm going to start with is when I took my initial break. I believe the last you guys heard from me was before I went to the hospital again. I ended up getting a kidney infection, because that's just what happens. It's just what I deserve, I guess. I ended up getting a kidney infection. It was the most painful thing ever. It really sucked. It was a lot of pain. You don't really move much on those. Lots of water, lots of medication, lots of being sick. Then that got cleared up after like a week and a half. And then Lauren broke. So when I say broke, I mean broke. It was a world-shattering earthquake just ripping through my life, one thing after another. Everything just became impossible for me to do. Everything. Literally everything. To go back there, here we go. I used to, I don't have a job anymore. That's how bad this situation got. I was working at a food place, and for total transparency, but also protecting myself, there was an incident involving an individual that I did not know at work in which they put their hands on me. I was the only one in the back, and it was very unfortunate and very scary. And it was reported, and all of this stuff has been happening since then. But that little event that lasted maybe 20 seconds destroyed me. And this is something that YouTube has not heard yet. Twitch has gotten it before. But when I was in high school, I was in a very similar but also very much more severe situation involving a classmate who put their hands on me in a very non-consensual way, and that's as far as I'm going to go into about that. This little issue at my work, it 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 broke me. It broke my brain. My brain could not handle what was happening. I started having panic attacks almost daily. I'd go maybe a day in between without having them. I started having anxiety spikes all the time. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I couldn't work anymore. I had to quit my job. I couldn't focus on anything. And I didn't even know why. And I don't want to throw around words like PTSD because I'm not diagnosed. But it was a very challenging time for me because I had no idea where these panic attacks were going from. Because again, the brain is a very strange thing. It was giving me these warning signs and saying, you need to do something. You need to do something now. You're broken. You're dying. Fix it. But it wasn't letting me pinpoint why this was happening. I had no idea. And then this went on for maybe 2 weeks after I quit my job. Just having panic attacks. I could hardly get out of bed. I had no idea what was going on. I felt like a husk. Like I had nothing left in me. I had no idea who I was or what was happening anymore. And then I ended up making an appointment with my primary, my doctor, and we had a conversation, and she referred me to a behavioral psychologist, and I talked with this woman a couple days later, and we eventually landed on the fact that I need help. And I didn't know I needed help. I knew something was wrong, and when something's wrong, you go to the doctor and it gets fixed if you can afford the health care. And I needed help was the thing. And the long and the short is I needed help, and I needed to get help. After talking with this woman for a good bit, couple of hours, we figured out, the root of this problem is what happened to me 8 years ago. Eight years ago. And I'm a grown-ass woman now. I thought I had put everything behind me. I thought I was above it. And I just went straight back to square one. Just like a rubber band. I'd gone too far, and then I just snapped straight back to where it was in high school. And it was scary, and it was frustrating, and I had no idea what was going on, and I was beating myself up. But the long and the short of it is I never dealt with what happened to me, and I never dealt with it in a way that was professional or rational. I just simply moved past it, and you can't. So, for the past couple of months, I have been getting help. I've been doing these exercises and meeting with a therapist and talking about everything, and just slowly, one by one, we're breaking down walls and figuring out how to get past this in a safe and healthy environment. And that is where I've been. And plain and simple, this time for this break, my voice is shaking. I just didn't have it in me. I did not have it in me. And I posted a thread a couple of weeks ago on Twitter that I was struggling a lot with my mental health. I was struggling to do basic things. I actually have footage on my camera. I tried to film 3 different times. I tried to film a video, and I couldn't get the words out because I just couldn't speak. It was bizarre, and it was terrifying, and it has gotten to a point where I can now, for the most part. And I can't focus. I don't even know what I just said. So I posted about it on Twitter a good bit, letting you guys know, like, I'm getting help. The hardest part for me was admitting that I needed help because, again, it happened 8 years ago. So that's been a hurdle that I've been having to get over. And I have friends that are really supportive of me, and of course my husband is really supportive of me getting help, because like friends and husbands and wives and girlfriends and boyfriends and family members, they can do as much as they possibly can for you, but sometimes you just need more help, and that's not a bad thing. And that doesn't mean that they're failing or they're doing things wrong. It just means that you need more, and whatever you need, you got to get. And what am I saying right now? So, the incredibly long story short is a event that had happened to me 8 years ago, reared its ugly head after a very unfortunate event at my old place of employment, and I've been dealing with it as best as I possibly can, but it's been like a month or a month and a half, and it's been the rockiest road that I've ever been on. Like, woo! Man, it's a road paved in broken glass, and it's really unfortunate. But so that's where I've been. But I am getting help. I'm working with a therapist now. We're planning a care route and everything like that. And the bottom line, the biggest thing is help is so fucking important. And I'm kicking myself for not understanding that 8 years ago, but if you need help, there's nothing wrong with getting help, because anxiety, panic attacks, PTSD, anything mentally, it does just as much damage as breaking your arm does. It's not something to be ignored or to say, I'm fine, I don't need that, because the brain kind of goes off of what you want, you know? I don't need that. Sure, we don't need that, dude. And then it just builds and builds and builds and builds, and then you literally break in half from the inside out, which is not fun, has not been fun. And panic attacks, if you've ever had one, they are very scary. I've been working really hard to identify my tells for when I'm about to have a panic attack. There are many, and also there are a lot that people share. For me, I get a pain in my chest right before it happens, and then the pain will it'll linger. It's a sharp pain, and then it will dissipate, and then my hands go numb. And if we get to the point where my hands are numb, then that's it. I have to just ride out the attack. I can't go backwards. And they're attacks. You literally feel like you're going to die. And for about 3 weeks there, I was having them daily, a couple times a day even, and I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I am. What am I talking about now? See this? This doesn't make any sense. I was gone for so long because, one, I don't know how, I got a kidney infection, and I had to take care of that, and it was painful and stupid and awful. 2 rounds of antibiotics to finish that thing off, and 2, life is incredibly unfair and incredibly cruel, and life just felt like making me confront stuff, and it's been this whole ordeal and this whole project, I guess you could say, where I'm just plain and simple trying to get through it and get past it. And it's been rough. It's been really rough. But we're going to get somewhere here. It's gonna get a lot better after it gets worse. So that is why I was gone for so long, guys. What are you eating? Hey, drop it. Drop. She had a dime. You don't use currency. Those are... Okay, so that's all out of the way. And maybe once all of this is figured out and I'm in a much stabler, more stable... I don't know. environment, I'll make a more detailed video about everything, and my route and everything I go through in this therapy journey. But for now, that is all I really have the gumption to get through. I hope you guys can understand, because that's literally it. Now, at the end of this video here, I'm going to go over what I have been thinking for a real long time and just never got around to, and that is the schedule. So I'm supposed to upload Monday through Friday. It never comes to that. It never works like that. And then I'm supposed to upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday if I can't get 5 videos out. And it never happens because I suck. But I've come to the realization that I don't do YouTube for money. I don't. If you guys see ads on my videos, those videos have been content ID'd. If you are not familiar with YouTube jargon, when your video is content ID'd, that means that there is content in it that people believe they own. Most of the times they do not. It's just people trying to mooch off other people's views and stuff like that. So there's ads on it. They say, you can use our content, bro, but we're going to put ads on your video and we are going to make that money. It's this big whole thing where, you know, bigger YouTubers who are monetizing are losing lots and lots of money because the content ID system is so disgustingly broken. But I'm not making any money. Most of my videos have no ads on them because I don't have monetization turned on. I never have, and I never will, and no one believes me when I say that, but I don't make a single fucking dime off of YouTube. So that's me. I don't. I seriously and I legitimately do not. I don't. But I'm not doing YouTube full-time as a job, obviously, because I would have been fired a long time ago. YouTube is purely a hobby for me, and I think that the way that I'd like to continue, at least for now, on the channel is I'm going to upload when I can. I'm going to upload when I can. That's simply it. I'm no longer going to adhere myself to a schedule and be super strict on myself about something that is a pure hobby, and I know that is so terrible to hear. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to upload ever again. That doesn't mean that I'm just going to be like, oh yeah, I don't want to do that stuff anymore. It just means that if I have time, or I have at this juncture in my life, or I have the mental capacity to make a video will go up. But if I don't, then I'm not going to push myself to do it anymore. I'm going to just do it when I can, and as I can. And I think that's just the way that we're gonna have to do this for a while, to get that good jalapeno content coming right back at what it deserves to be. And that's it. I'm gonna upload when I can, or when I feel like it, more than anything, so I don't feel too incredibly bad. I feel bad about the silence that you guys have gotten, but as far as the schedule, I feel like with where I am right now and where we are as a channel, I think we should take a step back and just do what feels right when it feels right. So sometimes you might get videos that come out 5 days a week. Sometimes you might get 1 a week. It's going to be a toss-up until I can figure out what's good, guys. And I hope you guys can understand that with everything that I've mentioned in this video. I am trying my best. You know, that's where I've been for the past couple months, guys. That's what's happened in a very diluted nutshell. And that's what we're going to do on the channel going forward. But thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. And I hope you guys can understand what's going on. And I hope you guys are okay. It's been a while. Hope you guys are okay. Hope everyone's doing well. Let me know how you're doing in the comments below. And I'll be back real soon. I'll be back real soon, guys. Just hang in there a little bit more. And we'll get right back to it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, awesome. If you didn't, alright. I'm not going to do the subscribe thing right now. It feels weird. But I will see you guys in the next video. Please stay safe wherever you are. No. If you like like me, want to subscribe to more content in the future. Oh my god, I can't remember my outro. Please have a fantastic day and or night out there, wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen, and please stay safe. Much love to your faces. I will see you guys in the next video. Wow. Okay. Yep. Bye, guys.